The Las Vegas Raiders defeat the Denver Broncos 22-16 in a game where we had these two teams both had high expectations coming into the season. They are both now 3-7. The Raiders get the job done here, though, in this one, 22-16 in overtime. This was the overtime game, right? If I'm not mistaken, this was in overtime. The Raiders get the win on a play that I couldn't believe this, man. I could not believe what we saw from the Denver Broncos, at least on their defense. We give them a lot of credit, a lot. How are you going to leave Davante Adams like wide open, like no one around you in overtime? Like, it's one thing to have that happen in regulation, but happen in overtime. And it was a great move. He had a great move on Patrick Surtain. Like, that was a great move.
He cooked Patrick Surtain all night long. Let's throw some damn respect on Davante Adams. Davante Adams said, man, y'all over here talking about Justin Jefferson. Y'all over here talking about Cooper Kupp. Excuse me, I'm still the best receiver in football. Like, Tyreek Hill didn't play this week. I'm claiming that crown. Davante Adams absolutely cooked Patrick Surtain all night long. And I mean cooked him. Route running, his ability to show late. He'll run and Patrick Surtain will think he has him covered, and Davante will act like he's not getting the ball, and the ball's coming and he throws his hands out late. He's the best in the league at doing that. That man is the best receiver in football. I forgot for a minute. I thought it was Tyreek Hill. Yeah. I still they battling right now. But Davante Adams, because of what he is able to do with his route tree, and he cannot be shut down. He is not. This is why it's so frustrating for the Raiders to have a game where Davante Adams has 3 catches for 10 yards or whatever, because there is not a corner. There is no better corner play right now in the NFL than Patrick Surtain has been playing this year. Like, truly, I'm dead honest about that. He has played corner at the level of just about the best corner in football, and he did not stand a chance against Davante Adams. Adams was cooking his ass every which way. Zone, man, I'm going to show you this. My route, everything in my route says I'm going across the field, but nah, I'm coming back. So you over pursue, I'm gone. Cooked him. Meanwhile, I watched Justin Jefferson get shut down. I've watched, other guys get shut down. Yeah. Davante Adams, shout out for making people respect who you are. Listen, I am a firm believer that Davante Adams is still the best receiver in football. He cooked Surtain.
Yeah, he did. I just want to bring up this comment here. We appreciate you tuning in. Yes, we do have DFS takes coming up at the end of our show. We've got a few more games to recap here, but coming up at the end of our show, we will be breaking down the DFS plays for the Monday Night Football game between the Niners and the Cardinals. You'll get our picks later on in the show. We appreciate you tuning in. We do
it Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. We do it. We do DFS. So yeah, join us. We got fantasy football talk on Tuesdays. And then also Sundays, we do our show live before taking start sit questions, DFS, all that good stuff. So appreciate it.
Yep. And if you're breathing fantasy football, literally.
Hey, that's what I do.
You need to be a member of the Sack City, so be sure to subscribe. And we appreciate you hopping on here as well. But the Raiders do defeat the Broncos 22-16. Davante Adams, like you said, like we just went on about, he cooked Patrick Surtain. 7 total receptions, 141 yards, 2 tutties in this game, including that game winner in overtime. His 3rd straight game with a receiving touchdown. He's been on fire. Aaron, let's switch over to the other side of this matchup, and it's the Broncos only scoring 16 points here. It was another tough day at the office for this offense. Second game this season with 0 passing touchdowns from Russell Wilson.
Hey, Broncos country, let's win.
Let's do something, Broncos country.
Jesus. Hey, listen, is Russell Wilson broken? It's not that he even played bad, but he didn't play good. Like it's getting to the point now where Russell Wilson is back to this, I'm a game manager. And I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I told you this a couple of weeks ago. I think Russell Wilson is at the point in his career, point in his life where maybe football's not a priority for him. And again, I hate judging somebody's character off the field when it comes to this. You know how I feel about that. But it doesn't seem to bother him as much. And I know he's a very positive, optimistic person, but it doesn't seem to bother him that they're playing so bad, offensively especially. And it's not like they don't have weapons. I love what Greg Dulcich brings to this team. I love Cortland Sutton. They had Jerry Jeudy. Like, despite them not really having a running game, Melvin Gordon somehow has disappeared from the face of the earth. Latavius Murray's, he's just a plotter. And then Chase Edmonds goes there, and he's nothing in their backfield. Yes, they missed Javonte Williams. But for me, it's something about Russell Wilson's just not sitting right. And I wonder how much football means to him right now. It's tough to put into words, but it's on him. Like, forget the Nathaniel Hackett stuff. Nathaniel Hackett is offense, like, he's offensive coordinator. He gave up the play calling duties. Didn't matter. It's not Nathaniel Hackett. This is on Russell Wilson. You were brought there $240 million to do a job, and you haven't done that job. Disappointing season for the Broncos. I don't know if they can get it right, but they better figure it out real quickly, because next year comes fast, and you got to pay that quarterback no matter what. So just a tough year for the Broncos, but I'm over kind of dealing with the Broncos. Like, I think we're where we're at. They suck.
Plain and simple. That's where they're at. Both these teams now move to 3-7. Another player to mention here, Josh Jacobs, in this one had a good day as well. 24 carries, 109 yards. Did not find the end zone, but a good day for him on the ground. And that's what leads to success. You give the ball and you put the ball in your best players' hands, in Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams, you're going to win football games. As the Raiders defeat the Broncos 22-16. Before we get into our next matchup, I just wanted to bring something back up. As I see Breathing Fantasy is still in the chat here. I wanted to mention our DFS plays for later is also a public matchup, a public DraftKings group contest, I should say, that where we invite 100 people to join our DFS plays for primetime football, and we see who can take that number one spot. If you can do it, we're going to give you a lot of credit. We're going to bring you out. We're going to mention it on the show, bring it up, and it's going to be a very big deal if you can make it happen. Be first in our DFS lineups or in our DFS contest on prime time plays, and you get that big shout out. So we will invite everybody on our social media pages. It'll be posted there. So be sure to stay dialed in to join our prime time plays DraftKings matchup or contest between the Cardinals and the Niners tonight.